friends, it's Anna here, and today I have a process video for you created with April kits from HipKit Club. I started with 12 by 12 watercolor paper sheet, and I am applying a texture paste through the stencil with stars in all sorts of sizes. This stencil is, I think, from EcoPark paper. It was included in some of the older color add-on kits from 2017, I think, maybe September or October, but I bet you have a similar stencil in your stash because stars are quite a popular pattern. After the stars are dry, I chose 4 crayons from Prima color pastel crayons. We also get them in some of the very old color add-on hip kits. I think it was in 2016 maybe. I am applying 4 colors, like 4 stripes of color. I chose purple and yellow, and maybe there is a pink one too. I'm not sure. I will I will say it in a minute. And as you can see, I am first I started with just drawing with the crayon and then wetting it, but it doesn't work that well. So I first started applying water and then the crayon and then once again water. If I would apply a gesso first over the surface, it would go much smoother and easier to blend the colors, but I like this sketchy look. That's why I didn't want to add gesso. I used watercolor paper because I added a lot of water and I didn't want my paper to wave. And that's why I chose this kind of paper. And I have a picture of my girls taken during some birthday party, and my theme for today is of course a Mixed Media Monday, because it's something we have every Monday on HipKit Club blog and Facebook page. But my assignment for today was also circles. That's why I decided to punch out a lot of circles in different sizes using just simple punchers. You can also use dies if you have ones. And I'm going to connect them and create kind of a garland. And I am looking for matching colors to my color palette, so it will be pink and yellow, and I'm not sure I will find any purple in this kit, but pink and yellow will be just fine. So I have Maggie Holmes Flourish papers, Dear Lizzie Live Colorful papers, and Paige Evans Turn the Page papers. I also used this tiny 2 by 2 books. I don't know how to paper pads with these tiny squares, and I punched out a few of the circles from those papers too, but they are very thick. So I was hoping I will not ruin my punchers doing that. They survived, but I don't think it's a good idea to use more fancy ones like AK Success or Martha Stewart, because they are very delicate when it comes to the paper thickness. And now I'm just arranging my circles into the garlands, and after I will be happy with how they look, I will glue them down to my page. I don't want them to be straight. I'm kind of aiming in the waving type of a garland. I don't know if you understand my wonky English. I do not know the proper word, but you will see what I'm going to do in just a few seconds. And now all the garlands are ready. I am happy how they look, and I am ready to glue them down. I'm applying only a dot of glue on the upper side of the circle because I want to bend the lower side, I would say, to create kind of a dimension after it will be all glued down. I will also sew through the garlands with the white thread to first keep them on the page better, because glue doesn't work that perfectly over the mixed media surface and it might unglue in the future. and it will also look more like a garland when it will be stitched. If you have a lot of patience, I highly recommend you to stitch by your hand to create those thicker stitchings, because machine stitching isn't that thick. I will stitch 3 times through every garland, but still it won't be that visible if you would use just a thick thread and do it by your hand. And the part with stitching is ready. And now it's time to add the picture and embellishments. My page is quite colorful and I don't want to cover a lot of it with embellishments. That's why I will group them over the garland and near the picture. And I really like this purple and yellow color scheme. Somehow I think yellow is my favorite scrappy color. I would say it's not my favorite color in life, but I often reach for the yellow when it comes into my projects. And I really like using it with mostly pink because they are so pretty together, but I also like to connect it with blue. And now I'm adding those layered flowers from Patio Party collection by by Pebbles. And they were included, I think, into the main kit. And I chose the ones with the yellow and pink papers. I didn't use the one, not papers, flowers. I didn't use the ones with the blue flowers. And it's my third project with April kits, and I haven't used those golden stickers yet, so I thought it will be a perfect timing to do so. I chose the word cute, and I'm also adding some of the golden leaves. I really like this sticker sheet. It's from the Flourish collection by Maggie Holmes. I also dove into the Pick Me Up ephemera pack, and I picked some flowers and butterflies, and I'm going to place them over my page. I'm also going through the exclusive Project Life cards, searching for some with flowers that I can fussy cut. I also fussy cutted the flower from one of the Flourish papers by Maggie Holmes, but I don't think I ended up using it in the end. I'm not sure if I did it. We will see in a second. I would say. And I was trying to add it here. No, I don't think I've used it. I like this flower from Paige Evans collection, but I don't like this white outline. That's why I decided to cut it out and leave the flowers without the white border. And I'm not sure why some of the ephemera pieces are cut out without the border and some of the ephemera pieces are cut out with the border, because I usually prefer when they do not have this outline. I also added this butterfly, and I am searching for other matching elements, but I'm not sure if I want to use them. The papers in the garland are already very rich with patterns and colors, and everything I added just disappeared between them. And I think I'm done with the embellishing. I thought that the spaces between the garlands are too empty, that's why I am going to add more circles, but this time I will add pieces of 3D foam to create more dimension, and I will use pink and yellow ones in 2 different sizes, and I am spreading them all over the page, searching for the perfect alignment. And when I am happy how it looks, I will just glue things down using those 3D foam squares. I really like those big ones because they work really fast and it's easy to, take off this second protective layer. With the smaller squares, it's much harder to get rid of this protective foil. You know what I'm talking about, right? And after I glue down my circles, my page is almost done, and all I decided to do is to add a little bit of enamel dots that were included, I think, the Project Life kit this month, and they have perfect colors for this project. I am using only the pinkish purplish ones to add even more circles into my page. And the page is done. I didn't splash at the end, but I already did a mixed media background, so maybe this is an excuse for me. And here are the few close-ups. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check the Hip Kit Club site to see how pretty their kits are, and maybe you can subscribe to the kits. It's a lot of fun. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.